It is NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. From AT&T Center in San Antonio, tonight, the San Antonio Spurs taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves. Won by the Minnesota Timberwolves. T to Butler. Nothing going here on that drive. Butler. Mills in possession. Looking to make something happen. Runner's good there.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
The Timberwolves have the basketball. T. That'll get out of bounds off one of the T-Wolves. Screen coming. No, that's rejected by Towns.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Teague with the basketball. They trail by 2. Butler to Teague. Screen coming. Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let them know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
And hits the first free throw. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. DeMar DeRozan with the basketball. To Gasol. Probing the defense. Inside, he scores.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Teague with it up top. Down 2 to Butler. From long range, and Jimmy Butler all in stride. Catch and shoot 3 is good. We talk so much about who are the MVP candidates, but there are other guys who are so valuable to their teams, and Jimmy Butler at the forefront of that list.
I have a phrase that I use when I describe players like Jimmy Butler. It's called most valuable mentality. There are certain players that approach the game with a certain mindset every single day that they will do anything possible to win the ball game. He plays with his heart and soul every single possession and every night, and he will leave it on the court if that means he can win the ball game.
Screen coming. Butler. Down low, Towns. Oh, nice find for the basket.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Patty Mills to Aldridge. Shot from in close, no good.
You see, Ed, this is what the refs need to start calling. The defender hit the shooter right around the waist, which made him lunge into his shot and took away all of his concentration for it.
To Wiggins. Lets it fly from long range, buries it on the catch and shoot.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
It's DeRozan. To Aldridge. Patty Mills to DeRozan. 5 seconds to shoot. Has a look. The shot by Gay, no good. Teague with the basketball. 10-6, our score. Curling inside. That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
You know, Jimmy Buckets really has an inspiring story. From being homeless at the age of 13 before moving in with a friend, reads like a basketball version of The Blind Side. That grit has become the fabric of his DNA. From Tyler Junior College to Marquette to the 30th pick in the first round. Are you kidding me? To where he is now, Jimmy Buckets has had to earn every inch that this game has given him.
Now a timeout here for the Timberwolves as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes.
Substitutions, Minnesota.
Butler. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Jimmy Butler's made such an impact on this young Timberwolves team. A guy with a blue-collar mentality shows up to practice early and stays late. And obviously, we saw that in the fact that the Minnesota Timberwolves made the playoffs for the first time.
And he stuffs it down.
That's the intensity you need to see. Whenever a player running back on defense after a dunk like that holds the inside of his forearm, it lets you know how hard he dunked that basketball.
To Rose. Jimmy Butler for two. He shoots. Oh, off the mark. Mills in possession. 14-10 the score. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Minnesota at the controls. Butler. Nothing going here on that drive. Rose to Butler. The shot, almost. And it's off the rim. Came so close to draining that one from three-quarters court. But that'll do it for this opening period. First quarter down as we get ready to start the second. Boy, you talk about offensive efficiency, it was really high.
Both teams are on fire, but speaking of competitive juices, one of the beautiful things that we heard during the timeout in a team huddle, you heard multiple voices that weren't the coach saying how much more they needed to fight in order to win this game. Oh, trust me, the intensity level is going to pick up a couple of notches.
T-Wolves at the controls going up the floor. Butler to Gibson. They'll go to Butler down low. Scores from the post.
You know, every time I watch Jimmy Buckets, the tenacity he plays with on the defensive end, it just reconfirms the fact that he's been named an All-Star 4 times. He shot a career best 47% from the field in 2017-18. So when you think about trying to lock him up, you have to limit his touches, and you have to force him to catch the ball with his back to the basket. Make him put the ball down on the ground and make contested shots, because if you don't, Jimmy Butler will cut you apart.
4-3. Cleans the offensive glass. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Rose into the front court. He'll run the offense. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
The screen sets him up for two.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Screen coming. Rose. Shot from the lane won't go.
I got ball. That's me. Hey, match up. Coming up.
To Butler. Oh, but they call goaltending and count the basket. Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Minnesota. Entering the game for the San Antonio Spurs, number 10, DeMar DeRozan.
San Antonio ball. Knocked loose. Keeps it alive. Gotta love the hustle. Wide open look won't go.
I hate that one didn't go down. You much rather go into half with a tie ball game than having a deficit.
To number 0, Jeff Teague.
Screen coming. DeRozan. Now a pass stolen by the Timberwolves.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
It's good. Count the basket and the foul.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Free throw good to finish off the three-point play. The lead is up to 5.
2 minutes left in the second quarter.
To DeRozan. And the rebound comes down to Gibson. To Butler. Deep 2 there, won't go.
I got ball. Match up.
Curling inside.
Defensive foul to number 67, Taj Gibson. That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1. That's the first foul in the last 2 minutes for the Spurs. Marco Bellinelli.
First one goes down.
Number 8, Patty.
Goes 2 for 2 at the line.
Number 42.
Teague with it up top. Leads 3. And buries it. Hey, they'll take that any day.
In the second quarter.
Spurs have it. DeRozan to Patty Mills. Takes stock of the floor. Screen coming. Shot clock winding down. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That's off the side of the rim, no good.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
And strokes it.
What was once a tight space is no longer. There is absolutely no way the defender can recover after that move.
They work it down to Gasol. Wolves have it. Wiggins. That's off the side of the rim, short. Just inside the arc. At the buzzer. He scores on the step back. Jay, how did he get free? Late heave to beat the buzzer. That does it for the quarter. It's the Timberwolves in front.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jalen Rose, and this is your EA Sports Halftime Report. The Timberwolves entered the locker room with a comfortable lead. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Spurs would rather be on the opposite end of the scoreboard. And someone needs to step up offensively if they plan to win this game. Not a single player has gotten into double digits yet.
Game trap. Steals.
As long as there's time left on the game clock, no lead is truly safe. They just have to be ready to seize every opportunity in the second half.
Player of the half.
Butler did a great job of reading the defense and exploiting the opportunities where he can make the most damage. He's definitely feeling it.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have off nights. Today has just been one of those nights for this guy. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us, and see you again after the game.
San Antonio with the basketball. Patty Mills. Not a good pass there. T-Wolves have it.
Here's your chance to break this thing wide open.
To Wiggins. Gasol up to block the shot. Butler.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Able to convert inside.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Count it.
Because in certain players' mind, it doesn't matter if they're amongst the trees or not. They're always going to be the giant in the paint.
Butler to bring it up. His guys lead here early stages, third quarter. Denied by DeRozan.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
DeRozan with the basketball. The deficit now up to 5. Oh, with the foul. And a chance coming up at the line.
No, no, no. I'll tell you. The team that makes the little mistakes, like committing unnecessary reach-in fouls like that, will be the team that ends up with the L.
He missed the first one. Good recovery. Hits the second free throw. It's Minnesota basketball.
Defense, let's go.
T. They get it down for Towns. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Mills in possession. The deficit is 6. DeRozan to Patty Mills. Here comes the screen. And he scores on the step back.
I don't know what the point of you having a scouting report is if you don't utilize it. You're allowing him to get to positions on the floor where you know he feels most comfortable. Make it a challenge for him by making him do something uncomfortable.
Mills in possession. His guys trail now by 4. Rudy Gay slams it down. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Butler to Towns, down low. Gets it in the left corner. Wiggins. The Spurs have the board. Mills in possession. His guys find themselves trailing by a bucket. To DeRozan. Knocked loose. Taken by the Wolves. Inside, he scores.
Sometimes you hear people give all these fancy breakdowns, tell you all these different things they can do. That was just plain old simple bully basketball. Muscled his way through the lane.
DeRozan to Rudy Gay.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
To Patty Mills. Shot clock winding down. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
I get tired of hearing guys say, I was there, I contested a shot, I pretty much had a hand in his face. Well, no, you have to change up the game. If a guy is right-handed, he is right eye dominant. Get that hand over his right eye, block his vision. That'll enhance his chances of missing the shot.
DeRozan with it. His group now down 2. Gasol to Rudy Gay. Going to launch beyond the arc. It's good. That's the shot they wanted him to take.
Yeah, and what we're seeing is a brilliant offensive display. You have ball movement, player movement, and great shooting to top it off. You get those 3 things going, you're going to be a dynamic offensive unit.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor.
Stepping in for the Spurs, number 12.
Butler for 2. Jumper's good. There's a toughness he learned under Tibbs at 2 stops, and no question, that rubs off on younger players.
There is something that Jimmy Butler does that no other player in the NBA does. He gets into your psyche. He gets into your head each and every possession. He enjoys the process of the fight. Every single blow. There is a pleasure in the pain.
Rose into the front court. Leads just a point. Spurs in possession. Patty Mills to Rudy Gay. Patty Mills. And that one out of bounds off a Spur. Now pass stolen by the Spurs. Deep three at the buzzer. That'll do it. Third quarter complete. The Spurs have the lead. It's been a compelling game so far. The fourth quarter is underway. Timberwolves have the basketball. Butler to Towns. Butler to Wiggins. Screen coming. Butler. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
The passing has been great, but the movement without the ball has been even better. Seeing a play before it happens is a skill set a lot of people don't talk about. But a great pass combined with great movement, good luck with that.
And the two, counted for Aldridge.
LA has finally accepted that post position down low on the block. What I mean by that is when he first got to the Spurs, he had Tim Duncan, and also throughout his tenure, he's had Dwayne Dedmon, where he hasn't had to be that anchor. He is a mid-range assassin and also somebody that has an array of moves on the block. If you confront the post, potentially double the post, make him a passer, or if he's on the perimeter, force him to put the ball down on the ground, you might have a chance to stop the big man.
Short jumper won't fall.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Here comes the screen. Gets it in the right corner. Wiggins to Butler. Beyond the arc for three. You on tough. Jimmy Butler, contested three. He buries it.
The post shot confidence is everything. He's still running down the court, holding his extension.
To Aldridge. Has a chance. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
That's what you like. That rip through right into the shot. That's smooth.
Have to respect all elements of his game. Rose to Butler. Oh, bad pass taken away by the Spurs.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. Is called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Now whistle, as Minnesota's going to take the timeout. That's their first. Leaves them with one remaining the rest of the way.
You're going to see the best players make in-game adjustments on the fly. The intellect of some of these superstars is off the charts. Your ability to adapt and move forward as quickly as possible in the most efficient manner will determine whether you win this game or not.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor.
Number 0, Jeff T.
T to Wiggins.
Subbing in
Fires the three. Another chance to Teague. Butler to Towns. The Wolves down to 4 in the shot clock. To Butler. Trying to cash in. Shot's no good. You have to like the confidence, but that was a difficult shot.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning an ankle on that landing.
Aldridge. Teague with the basketball. His guy's down 3. Gets a look. Can't hit.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
This is why I go back into player mode. If the dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
DeRozan with the basketball. Knocked loose. Wolves have it. Hustle pays off. They've got the possession. Just not going down.
You know, Ed, everybody
Got a piece of it.
jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Knocked loose. Taken by the Wolves. Teague with it up top. 5-point game. In a flash. Scores at the rim. Now a whistle. San Antonio is going to use a timeout. It's just their first of the final 3 minutes. That leaves them with one more.
Turn to page 15 in today's game program for the latest trivia question and submit your answer on the team website. One lucky winner will have a chance to receive $500 by making a half-court shot.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now. DeRozan getting dirty. Loose ball on the deck. And this will be out of bounds off of Butler. Aldridge. The Spurs with 4 in the shot clock. Through 3, and DeMar DeRozan still able to get it to go down after the closeout. Now a timeout here for the Timberwolves. They'll need a quick shot, and then likely a quick foul in what is now a 2-possession game.
Listen up, fans. Tickets for the next home game are still available at the box office.
Butler buries it on the catch and shoot.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Here's the whistle. Intentional foul.
This is a close game, and possessions are at a premium. That's a good move to stop the clock.
We get a whistle. In the eyes of the ref, he meant it. Intentional foul.
Too close to call right now. We're in clock management mode. That was a good play.
First free throw is good. And gets both to drop at the line. "20-footer at the buzzer. It's the Spurs who are victorious as they take care of business at home. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Spurs won this game after a close finish. And it's always great to watch a team with such an unselfish approach to the game. Plenty of assists were delivered throughout this contest. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the San Antonio Spurs. The Timberwolves are probably frustrated with themselves after such a narrow loss. When a team goes back and review the film, coach will probably find areas of improvement. But one thing he can't say is they should have shot better. They did a great job of scoring in this game.
Game track. Field goals.
Neither of these teams were able to make much of an impact on defense. As you can see here, they were each pretty successful with some efficient scoring.
Player of the game.
DeMar DeRozan put together an incredible game, highlighted by his amazing defense. Not many guys come up with this many blocks and steals.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. These are the top 3 plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
That does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, good night.